That's not a knife. This is a knife. It looks really fancy. Uh, uh, well, embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? Alright, you promise you won't be weirded out? Yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is, I'm kinda into knives. I love to cut myself with a variety. They're just so pretty when they're slicing deep in my wrists. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and the feeling of danger, maybe. What am I saying? She has a crambit and she's like doing all these CSGO tricks. Sorry. Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. No, I'm laughing. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got about sharing. And it's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? That's not a good thing. Yeah, kind of intense. Besides, you're really cool looking. It's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? You relaxed your expression once again. Would you like to hold it instead of grabbing the knife and just go straight for boobs? Her neck is really long. Candace Flynn had a... Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me a knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point with my index finger. Ah! Oof! Anon! Why'd you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. Oh, it's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. How do I know this? Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look and shoves it right in her finger, right in her mouth. Just, a little taste of your blood. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're so squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, she puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Now let me cut my... Dick. I feel her tongue curl around my... Pause. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back and wink and shove my wiener forward. Please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird. And it took me by surprise. But I guess you were just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. You know she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon. Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Anon! Did you really just do that? Now we're even. And she just licks my... Y'all keep playing like this. Pregnant by the morning. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of jasmine oil in the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird and hot. Yuri giggles shyly. Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need it, actually. It was really a tiny cut. Look, it already stopped bleeding. It's because you licked it so hard. I see. As you're leaving, the tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. Yeah, I wanna address the fact that she said it can cut through skin like paper. But when she cut through paper, it was like air. So it cut through skin like it's air. Also letting you know, she already had the stat that it cuts through skin in a specific manner. Meaning she cuts herself, that's why she's wearing a long sleeve thing. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door screen. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Aw, thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablet. Hold on. I'm scratching my nose. I can't scratch it too hard because of a bug bite directly at the base of my left nostril. So if I scratch it, it just super hurts. Grab a bug bite and try to pinch it like it's a pimple. Try to pop a bug bite like a pimple. It is the most painful thing ever, and that's what happens anytime I push down on my nose too hard. It just like pinches by bug bite. And you know, there's nothing gonna come out. There's like super thick skin like still there. Not super thick, like it's just super painful. Alright, a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each tablet in. If you don't mind fetching those for us. Well, of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back. I'll be back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it'll be diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips, and I bring it back into my room. Yuri? Yes? I come to see Yuri unrolling her sleeve, putting it back over her arm. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them in the cups. So, I thought we could do something simple that would look very nice. I should have gone with Natsuki. Why is it always the hot girls that cut themselves out? Always the hot girls that do it. I like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for a sunrise, then daytime, then sunset and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall. Nick, you couldn't just do it at your own house? You gotta come over to my house, and while I'm away getting water, you just have the fucking need, just like it's cocaine. Is your knife laced with cocaine? Am I high from poking my finger? Food for thought. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are you going to write? Well, it'd be more than... She's wearing a white sweater. The red's gonna seep through eventually. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides, so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide for when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, this is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself, for me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person, even if it's something simple, like reading. It doesn't matter, even if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Then what's that? Whether them slits in your wrist? Hey, what's up with girls cutting their underboob? Like, it's like dudes cutting their dick. The place that sweats the most. Why would you do that? That's just stupid. Anyway, moving on. Oh yeah, and their thighs. I knew one girl that cut the bottom of her feet because she didn't want anyone to see them. Like, why would you do that? Like, people are retarded. Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing an experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Kya! Sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Really, you should have asked to... Really, I should have asked for you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Aw, your face. There were droplets of paint in Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel and dampen it with hot water. I get back. There's blood everywhere. I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Here. Why are our eyes so far apart in the shot? Oh, she's grabbing my arm. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is something wrong? It's hot. I didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand. But Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Huh? Just for a little bit longer. It feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from her when she reads books. Almost as if she lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is the aroma of jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrap around my wrist, sending a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly, her face seemed to be much closer to mine than it was just moments ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I went out to get that towel and she overdid it with the cutting. Cutting is so stupid. I remained silent, forced to, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieved my own paintbrush and continued following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finished filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Nah, not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here, and then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. You say that like you're glad it's over. I was wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit. No, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. Huh? So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we'd have extra time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself. I think it would be irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping for more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. It's not your fault at all. And the important thing is, we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all the things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounds like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment. It doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem. I was glad to be able to help. So let me know if there's anything else you need to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then, Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. I kinda say that without thinking. About today, it's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted. Because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over and we can hang out somewhere. Oh, I forgot. You don't like going out much. I stumble over my words. Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so... You're very thoughtful, Anon. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. Whoa, I kinda like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? I don't even get a chance to, as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori? Eh? Hi, Anon. Sayori? Just now, we weren't. It's okay. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Aw, really? That's too bad. Yeah, I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sayori beams. Sunday beam. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori? I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well... Oh, fuck. Let me lean in. This is going to be a big moment, isn't it? I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, what fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. Makes me really happy that we've made such good friends. It's all that matters to me. See, the thing about anime is they hide a certain character trait with leaving little hints here and there, but as soon as they reveal it, it is painfully obvious. But more than that, they don't have them act the same way. They have them 100% commit. Like, you can see little teardrops in her eye. She never had teardrops in her eye. I think she did when she got hurt. But, I mean, Not like sad teardrops. Before. Yeah, whatever. Fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Anon? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? You're jealous. Relatable. At least you didn't get friend zoned. It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Anon. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. Yo, Monica's fucked up if she said my baby girl should totally just disappear. I must have stabbed Monica with Yuri's cutting knife. And Yuri's probably just gonna cut herself with it, and then, you know, Sayori's just gonna hang herself, and all that's got left is super traumatized little girl, Natsuki, who probably will fall into depression. Yeah, I probably shouldn't kill anyone. Alright, I'm not gonna let this continue. I care about... Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. I need me a man's like Anon. I need me a man's like me. Why are these thoughts gotta plague me like that? Like, so imagine right now, I say this, I'll be her, and then whoever I'm trying to get with is gonna be Anon. I'll be like, why does it hurt so much? And she'll be like, I don't know. Maybe it's because we're such good friends. And then the fucking hard pass. Whenever I get anywhere with girls, it turns into a hard pass. It's because they ain't worth it. That's because I'm too perfect. That's what y'all gotta tell yourself. That's what Sayori gotta tell herself. That's my inspirational quote of the day. You're too good for them. So, even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm getting saddening hours from these two being so cute together. I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. The only person that's ever been this nice to me is people I'm blood related to. Because they're, like, obligated to. But Sayori looks away. I put my hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Anon. I'm really scared. What are you scared of? Baby. Sayori. I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori. It's true, isn't it? I was weak and I started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Anon. I like you so much that I want to die. Doesn't make sense. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. That's what I'm going to give you. This is what every female does to me. Every female. Every time. You know why? Because they're all gay. Why can't I? See, if the shoe was on the other foot, that's different. One time has that happened. And it didn't work out. I love you. Those are my true feelings. So, there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner. but spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept you and accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, I'll know we'll both be happy. Anon. Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Third screen. Anon, is this really okay? Yeah. Apparently I'm white. Didn't realize that. I mean, I guess it is Japan. How often do you see a black Japanese character? I mean, a Japanese anime character. Like, I think the only time I've seen one was in Sword Art Online. And they're always big and scary and, like, also really chill. Because black people are always big, bald, and chill. Every black person is Terry Crews. In the eyes of media. Or they're fat and chill. There's never a short black guy. You notice that? Yeah? I will say you were in my arms and pull you closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you, Anon. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this? Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now, when I want the rain clouds go away. Aw, that's neat. Look at the clouds up there. There's like a big ring and a small ring and something going right through them. Can you see that? Up in the top right. And that's neat. The neat little patterns they drew. That's saying how this game is gonna spear my heart and I'm gonna die. That's what those clouds represent. Not quite waiting all in on. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll always be there, every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay. I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other, and I would kiss right then. I would have kissed. So, guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it's always been, even if we are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. Oh, I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go whatever pace suits you best. Hanging on. Straight gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Yeah? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Even my thoughts are in her voice now. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. I feel like a bunch of thorns when you told me you love me. But that's why I want to trust you. I've never felt that. I've never felt anyone tell me they love me. Like, yeah, so I don't know what that feels like. Or if it's like the reversed feeling of telling someone you like them, and them saying, I'm sorry. I don't really think that's good for me right now. So let me try to reverse that in my head right quick. Yeah, I guess you'd be like, whoa. And then, like, I guess it would hurt, like, a little bit. Cause, like, I don't, what? I've been like, I don't know. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her, and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering why I should be doing something more or something different. I know that these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know, but I know that I'll give it everything I got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. This is when it tells me to start a new game. I'm scared if I don't start a new game now, someone is going to die. Sayori seems really happy, but females are dumb like that, you know? From my real life experiences, no matter how good your situation is, you still just do it for no reason. Like at the place I was talking about in my previous videos, there was a girl there that had a happy, perfect relationship with her boyfriend, and then, well, she was in there because she attempted it. You know, suicide. I'm gonna tell you all right now, don't attempt it. I'm gonna tell you all right now that I am not to 1:47 a.m. First save 21:26. That's around 12, 11. So 12 is hour 23. No, 12 is hour 0. So 11, 23, 10, 22, 9, 21. So at 9:26 I started playing this, and now 5 hours later, 5 hours and 21 minutes later, I've made it to the point where I'm officially going to stop playing, because I do not want to see what happens past this point. But I wanted to watch a video about it, because if I watch a video, it'll feel less personal. I won't hurt. I'm already in sad nigga hours because thinking about how every female turns me down. But, like, you know, not really sad nigga hours because it's like sad nigga hours because it's a real sad nigga hours type of game. But I don't wanna see the spookiness. I'm gonna start a new recording.